But most of the time, the ego is not there to benefit you. The ego is there to help you judge the world around you. That is what the ego does. Yo, what is going on, Tiggs? Welcome back to another reaction, review, commentary, whichever one you would like to consider it. So we have a very interesting song here by JHOPE, okay? And this one came to you guys by Patreon. They go by the name of 𝗦𝗘𝗧𝗨𝗣𝗢. Big shout out to you, Amira. Hope you're having a very beautiful day. So Amira says, so far, we've seen two aspects of Jung's map of the soul theory. Persona, the part of ourselves that we show the world, you know, the shadow, the fears and doubts that we keep hidden from ourselves and others. And now it's time for the third part, the ego, our conscious self, our hopes and dreams. I think JHOPE does an excellent job of portraying this particular aspect of human psyche. You know, I hope you've enjoyed BTS's Map of the Soul. I think these are some of their most interesting songs, both from a concept point of view, but also from a musical point of view. It's crazy because the ego is always talking to us. You know what I mean? We oftentimes just let the ego take full advantage of us. I like songs like this because, you know, it allows me to go real philosophical, and I know you guys like that shit. So we have BTS, JHOPE, outro, Ego. I don't think I've seen this yet. If I did, I don't think I've seen it. But before we hop into the video, the one thing I do ask you guys, if you are not subscribed yet, but you like watching my videos, I ask that you do hit that subscribe button. It takes like 2 seconds, 3 seconds if if you're lagging, if your phone's slow. It don't take that long. And again, for those guys who want to support the channel, you know, and help me continue doing what it is I love to do, I do have a bunch of stuff over on Patreon, like BTS live performances, BTS reactions, exclusive reactions, a few variety shows, run BTS, things like that. So if you guys are interested in that and you'd like to support the channel, show some love, then definitely head over to the Patreon. The link is in the description, the comment section. Go check out whichever one you want to check out. And I'll see you guys in the video.
To progress to some steps.
Bro, my guy added the fitness test, pacer test, the fitness pacer test.
And begin.
Oh, this gives me like an RM vibe right now. Is that RM I'm hearing in the background? Or is that JHOPE? I think it's JHOPE. But it sounds like RM. Hey. Okay. Hey. Yo. Pause. Are y'all hearing this shit right now? Are you listening to this? This has one of the sickest tempos I've heard in a long time. The rhythm, the BPM, the flow, it all just matches so well in harmony. I also like what he's saying, but I'm gonna talk more about that once I gather my thoughts. But let's keep going for now. I'm liking it. This flow is very unique. How much love, how much joy. Now I don't care, it's all choices by fate, so we're here. I'm like, there's a few thoughts going on in my head right now. Number one, when I think of the ego, I think of the ego giving into things like pleasure, things that make us feel a temporary sense of happiness. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting so far. He's saying how much love, how much joy, soothe myself and stay calm. That's the line right there. Kind of made me start thinking, let's be serious here. Our pleasures, whether you have a smoking addiction, whether you have an addiction to masturbation, whether you have an addiction to eating junk food, whatever it may be, our ego is the main source that allows us to do these things without even giving it a second thought until maybe later. Once your ego has solidified itself and says, I want to do this, I want to do that, it takes a lot to fight against that ego. You know what I mean? And the one thing that I've learned in Buddhism, Hinduism, anything in regards to spirituality is that in order to overcome the ego, you must silence the mind, right? And it's a constant battle between you and the mind. There's a separation, a clear separation. How would you say it? There's a lot of nuances to it that's really hard to explain, and I'm trying my best, but if you can separate yourself from the mind, body, ego, and you can understand that all three of these things are different, you can fully, stray away from the ego. You can stray away from it because the ego is not there to help you. You ever hear the saying, put your ego to the side? That thing will fuck you up. Oh, I keep forgetting JHOPE can sing. My guy's a singer boy. trumpets add such a nice uplifting feeling to it, you know? Ooh. Oh, did you see what he did here? Instrumental stopped. Beat dropped. Straight bass. He also detuned his voice, and then he dropped the voice a few octaves, so you're getting this very bassy effect. Listen to this. That's dope. Whoever produced this was crazy. My dancing was chasing ghosts, blaming my dream, asking why I live and breathe. Huh. He said, "From my heart comes the most trusted." He's kind of trying to say, you know, trust your heart, trust your instinct. Okay. Hey. I like this little instrumental break right here. This is the part in the song where, you know, in the music video, they'd just be dancing. This would make a great music video. See, right here, the song is getting me like questioning. Is he trying to say to trust the ego or to trust your heart? Because he was talking about the dreams, and he was contrasting the dreams alongside his heart. You know, dreams will just be dreams, but you have to trust your heart, right? That's what I took from his earlier verse. I like the way he's directing the song right now, though, with the lyrics. Who is that in the background? Who's riffing? Listen to... Wow. Okay, I'm conflicted because he's either talking positively about the ego or he's talking negatively about the ego. But my take on the song is that I think he was talking somewhat positively towards the ego. But in my opinion, I don't necessarily have a negative intake on the ego, because sometimes the ego is necessary to avoid you from shitty situations. And I know I talked very bad about the ego, you know, midway through the song, but the ego is not always all bad. It's kind of up for interpretation and circumstances, you know what I mean? But most of the time, the ego is not there to benefit you. The ego is there to help you judge the world around you. That is what the ego does. But Tiggs, I don't have much else to say about BTS J-Hope outro Ego. It was a good song in itself. A lot of riches to it. Personally, I like the lyrics. But if I'm being real with you, this song in particular, the instrumental, you know, the beat, the vocals, the chorus, the verses, they spoke to me a lot more than the lyrics in itself. I was more so focused on the beat because it felt nice. You know, it was one of those songs that get you moving, get you up, get you dancing. It's just one of those tunes, you know? But anyways, guys, that was BTS J-Hope outro Ego. Again, for those guys who are interested in watching more exclusive reactions, we have that all over on the Patreon. Go check out the Patreon link in the description, comment section, stuff like that. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, don't let me do it, boy. Don't let me come at you. Hit that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you know? Anyways, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video because I'm back to uploading daily.